Hey
what's
guys.
going on for a few minutes.
There we
Yeah.
go. So here I'm playing a match with JustCam. This is my first video that I'm making like this, so I'm just kind of rolling. He rolled 4 basics and I rolled 3. So I'm getting the start here, setting out a Frostback Bear with the side action of Join the Hunt. This is our first Shufflebus tournament game. So we have a dedicated list throughout the whole tournament. My list has gotten 1 or 2 playthroughs over the last month, not in this final form, and Cam said he threw his together just the other day, and I think he's got 1 playthrough on it. So he plays really well in this, and I make a couple of vital mistakes. One I noticed almost immediately, and later I didn't pick up. The second one I didn't pick up until I was rewatching it, the recording. So he set out a snake, and I just set out summon Miss Spirits. Okay, there's the silver snake. The other one was a summon Gilders. He's gonna have to meditate some here. Two amplifies and an anchor knot get put inside the discard pile. As a side action in Ashes, you meditate and you can change the dice faces. The dice have 3 symbols. The power symbol, which is why he meditated those 2. There's one side of the 6 that's a power symbol, and one side that's a basic. That's where he meditated from. Kind of looks like the Deathly Hallows. And then there are 4 that are the class symbols, like the medium power. There, I went ahead and summoned a Frostback Bear, and he's going to bring out his snake. Now, I forgot to exhaust my card, but I'll catch that in a moment. I'll also add up my life value. Now, the way the snake works is every time he kills one of my guys, that it gets a token, and for every token, that's its attack value. He just attached a root armor, and me miscalculating that root armor was my mistake that I had made earlier or later in the game. So he passes back to me. So my game plan here is to bring out a lot of smaller units and use Join the Hunt to amplify their abilities and attack in group. With Maeoni's battlefield only being able to hold 4 units, my battlefield of holding 8 can overwhelm hers, and more individuals can get through. But he has really good removal of my weaker units. So he just killed one of my Mist Spirits and got a token on the Silver Snakes. So the snake still now has 1 attack, 4 natural life, and then it gains a life from the root armor, and the root armor prevents 1 damage from going through. So I attack with the Frostback Bear straight onto Maeoni, and the bear cannot be blocked by individuals that have less than 1 or less attack. And the snake right now only has 1 attack, so I went ahead and snuck that in. That's a strengthen. Now, he hasn't played a Confusion Spores or a Hypnotize, so as long as I have blockers out, his snake will only do so much damage to my little guys. So there comes a Raptor Herder, and the Raptor that is summoned alongside of it. So now I have my numbers for the Join the Hunt. The idea with my board here is that I am going to populate my board quickly. Now I just used Aradel's side of action ability to spend a dice and deal 2 damage to a unit, and I killed off her Gilder. which allowed her to put in, or him to put another token onto the snake. And now his last book there is a Mindfall Gal. And then I'm going to play out my last book here. I'm kind of contemplating whether I should attack now, but I'll go ahead and put out this blue jaguar. Because if I attack now, at least 2 guys will get through. He'll block 1 and likely take a little bit of damage unless his armor steps in. So I'm kind of taking a gamble because I want that jaguar out. And I can gaze with the jaguar and keep somebody from defending. So it's still, even if he brings out a Mindfall Gal, I can still gaze the snake and potentially deal some damage to the Mindfall Gal. That was my thoughts, at least my thought process. And there's my jaguar for my main action. I pass back. Out of cards and out of dice. He has 1 dice left. 1 die left. So the blue jaguar, when they attack, they gaze, which causes another unit to not being able to defend or block. So the join the hunt is if I attack with 3 or more, I can add 2 to a unit. So I beefed up the Misspirit, and then I'm going to gaze the snake. So Jaguar's attack of 1, the Raptor has group tactics, so it beefs up when it attacks with groups of 3 or more. So he's a 2, so that's a total of 3. The Raptor Herder is a 1, and the Misspirit is now 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total damage. On top of the 2 that I got in with the bear right at the start. So right now I'm feeling pretty good about things. And his snake's not powerful enough to take a huge bite into me yet. But he uses strengthen here. And I probably should have kept the Raptor Herder back as a blocker at this stage to at least have 1 block in. Because I wasn't counting on the strength, and I kind of forgot about that one. So he attacked the Jaguar, and I used Aradel. I started to, and this is why I should have done. I should have went ahead and took it on Aradel because it gives the snake another status token, and I lost a unit. So I think that was the wrong call there. I should have went with my gut instinct and left it onto Aradel. I was kind of worried about the big hits that the snake would get into, or get in though. Now for those of you that actually know Ashes, feel free to comment down below if you agree with my assessments or not. I've only been playing Ashes since December, so I'm still very much learning strategies and what's the right moves. So end of round, first player token switches to him, and we roll our dice. At the moment, I still have Boyd advantage as far as numbers, but he's going to fix that here real soon. And the Gilder, when he summons, does 1 damage. So he's going to kill off my hatchling. And that gives another status token to the snake. See, I'm kind of okay with the snake getting amped up here because I have enough blockers, and he can't get around my blockers. So I'm thinking about his Gilder right there because I don't want him to get too much on his board. So I'll Ice Trap it, which kills off the Gilder, but adds another token to the snake. So it's up to a 5 attack now. He's going to side action that with the nature dice and deal 1 damage and kill off my herder. So all of a sudden we're down to a 2-on-2 now. Because he doesn't want me to, expand my board out too wide to swing with Join the Hunt. So he changes the turn back to me, and now what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out where I want to put the massive growth. And this is my error because I'm trying to get fancy, and I think, okay, I can take out the snake with my massive growth because that does 5 damage and that will take care of the root armor. But I forget the root armor also adds 1 life, because had I just put it on the bear, the snake would have been done. But since I put it on the Mist Spirit, there's not enough damage to finish off the snake. So that's my big error that I pick up immediately whenever it happens. But I was trying to save that snake back, or that bear back, for an additional attack. So he meditated and brought out a Hammer Knight, which is a good defensive unit. So he's calculating out the math here, and he realizes he's fine. And my massive growth Mist Spirit is dead. And I know this is immediately going to be a pivot point in this match where it got away from me. So I counted in the root armor, which would have prevented 1 damage, but I forgot about the +1 health. So she died, or the Mist Spirit dies. He takes 4 damage and is still gets another token. So I'm going to Water Blast the snake with 2 damage, and then he Golden Bells me. So I was like, I have to burn an extra dice. I don't want to, but I'll still take the snake out. And then he had his Golden Veil sitting behind and protected the snake. At the least, the snake is exhausted for the rest of the round. At the very least. That's my only takeaway from this. But I've wasted a unit, I wasted a massive growth, and I wasted a dice for Water Blast all in this 1 turn. So I am down. So this card here allows you to add the attack value of 1 unit to another. So I try to block the owl, but I can't because it has unseen ability. So if there's someone else out there to block, I can block it. So the owl has an attack value of 2, and then it's going to get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the snake. So it's a 9, and it's unblockable to me. And I will block the owl, but that kills the... I'm sorry, I'll block the Hammer Knight, but that kills the bear. So as you see there, in that 1 turn, I took a massive hit. Now going back to that, taking the 2 damage on the Jaguar, had I just taken the 2 damage for the Jaguar, I would have had at least another unit out here on the board currently to attack or to block with. And I would have been able to block the owl had I had that Jaguar. So I'm not out of it yet because his units are all exhausted. So River Scald is you get to draw a card and then discard a card and deal that much damage. So I discarded Missed Typhoon and did 2 damage to the snake, which root armor protected it for 1, but it had 3 damage on it and 4 life, so I went ahead and killed off the snake. And I'm currently lamenting over my miscalculation of that root armor. All right, so I have a River Scald out. He's almost out of dice. He can't bring out a snake. No, actually, because he doesn't have the dice for it, but he can bring out a Gilder. Nope, Gilder's exhausted. He can bring out another Mindfall Gal if he has the dice for it. I'm not sure the requirements for that. But he used the side action to draw a card instead, and he still has a nature power dice. I have 2 Beast Warriors in the pocket here, but I can only get 1 of them out if I meditate. So I meditate a Molten Gold. And I'm also calculating, do I want to bring out Mist Spirits or I want to bring out a bear? This is where I brought out Mist Spirits, and I should have brought out a bear. Because those Mist Spirits only being 1 health get pinged away easily. But I was trying to get to where I can join the hunt. That was my thought. I should have did the bear and the Beast Warrior and then joined the hunt with those. I could have hit for quite a bit more damage. So with his transform and group tactics, the Beast Warrior would have done 3 damage. Well, I guess he could have pinged it. No, they have 2 life, so he couldn't have taken it out like he took out that Mist Spirit. So I would have had 2 on the River Scald, would have had 2 with a bear, so that's 4. I would have had 2 or 3 with the Beast Warrior. I'm looking them up real quick. There it is. And I'm only doing 7 damage here. Actually, 8. He catches it that I missed. Yeah, so group tactics, I only add 1, so I would have had a 3 attack on the Beast Warrior, a 2 attack on the River Scald, a 2 attack on the bear, and then throwing in join the hunt. I think I would have killed him off. But again, miscalculation. So I bring out the Mist Spirits instead. He kills off one of those. I bring out the Beast Warrior and then attack for 8 damage. Like I said, he'll catch that later, that we didn't add in its transform ability. And so it will actually be to 3/3. And it started my turn. So again, I'm doing the math on, can I just swing in right now and take out everybody? Again, if I would have brought the bear with me last round, even if I didn't finish him off last round and he only had 1 life left, I could have swung in and taken him out again this round, because the Beast Spirit or the Mist Spirit only having 1 life was really detrimental, because I have 2 1 attack units here. Now, since I'm first player, or main player, the Beast Warrior would have reverted to a 1 attack unit, but I would have just joined the hunt on him, so everybody would have been at least 2 damage. So I could have recovered from the Mist Spirit massive growth, but here's my second error. Like I said, JustCam seemed to play pretty smoothly and capitalize on the things that that I overlooked, and he took good advantage of me. So he was a good competitor. That's where he's recognizing that the transform 1 also kicks in, so he takes away and adjusts the life 1 more. So we're just double checking our math here. So transform plus group tactics plus the 1 attack plus join the hunt was all thrown in. Now if I can just get it back to my turn, but he's going to start adjusting the board state again. Bring out a Gilder here. And then he's going to ping away one of my units. So only 1 health this round. So he's dead. We're still 3-3, so it's not bad. Like I said, I can populate my board pretty quick. And had I brought out a bear last round, I would have been able to brought out a second bear this round if needed to be. So now I only have 1 bear instead of having 2. Which, watching the videos of the gameplay has really helped and taught me a lot on how this works out. So he's meditating a couple of cards here. He decides to meditate 1 more, I think. Nope, he's going to stay at 2. He passes back to me. So trying to repopulate here. I just got to overwhelm him in numbers is all I'm thinking. Now I have a decision that I'm really sitting on here is, do I bring out another Beast Warrior, which only has 1 life? It doesn't really help me this round. Should I Massive Growth something, so when I use my Join the Hunt, then he has to attack like a, block that Mist Spirit so the bear can make it through? Or do I Root Armor to add protection to my bear? So how do I play this out? So he's already just pinged away my Raptor. So now we're a board state of 4-4. And he brightens out a snake. So since the snake has 4 health, that kind of overtakes my thinking of I just need to make sure I can take on that snake. And the Hammer Knight, I believe, has 4 health as well. So I start by bringing out a Jaguar. Because now I have the board's 5-4 and I can gaze 1, so at least 2 units are getting through. And his board is completely full. He cannot put out any more units than this. So I go ahead and kill the Gilder off with Water Blast, because he can't bring out another Gilder because it's he's already used that spell book this round. And he just cleans up and puts an exhaustion token on his snake book that he missed earlier. So he's using Command Strike, which is Maeoni's ability, and using the Hammer Knight to take out the bear. Now he's going to use the Hammer Knight on the main action to attack. And since he kills the Jaguar, she has Aftershock that she gets to deal 1 damage to a different unit. And so he's going to go ahead and kill off the, I keep saying she because I'm thinking Maeoni. He's going to go ahead and kill off the Raptor Herder with the Aftershock ability. Now, I'm no longer at any type of advantage, so I bring out a couple of Mist Spirits just to have blockers. Again, without a Hypnotize or Confusion Spores, that snake can't get through as long as I have blockers. And there I meditate another Molten Gold. And I really didn't need to do that, but I wanted to have that dice available in case I wanted to ping something. And since his owl only had 1 health on it, because I pinged it last turn, I was going to go ahead and ping it and clear it off the board this turn. Because it doesn't have an exhaustion token on it. If it had an exhaustion token on it, I probably would have left it. Because I can't block that owl if it attacks by itself. Especially if it puts strengthen on it. So I kill off that owl. But it's pretty well done at this point in time. I will send it back to him. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So he's going to go ahead and ping my Mist Spirit and take it out. Again, trying to control my board state. He was cleaning up his board there by putting an exhaustion token that he didn't do last round. He has a handful, but only 1 dice. Same way with me. I have 4 cards, but no dice. So, yep, we pass. So even with the Hammer Knight exhausted, the most I could do is 2 damage. And that would leave him with 1 health and no way for me to finish him off. So I had to pass that turn and got a really favorable roll here. Out of my 10 dice, I got 5 of them were on the power symbols. So I pass him over first player ability here. I draw 1 card. And it's my final Molten Gold. The last card there was the one that was taken bottom, so I put it back and reshuffled. Didn't mean to do that, hit the wrong number. So he's going to strengthen the owl and attack with everybody. Right, so I have enough units where I can block the owl. And so what he's going to do is he's going to do the Hammer Knight resolution first, kill off the River Scald, and then its Aftershock is going to kill off one of the Mist Spirits, and either the strengthened owl or the snake was going to make it through, because now it's 2 units defending against 3 attackers, and it's over. And we just kind of had a laugh here at the end that I finally drew a Molten Gold after meditating away 2 Molten Golds. I drew my 5th card for this round. It was a Molten Gold, and I had the dice ability for it. So all I had to do is hold out this round or this turn, and then at the start of my turn, I would have Molten Gold him, which is an automatic 3 damage. So it was a pretty close game, and like I said, he was a very good competitor, and I learned a lot from rewatching this match. So hopefully, this video was useful or at least mildly entertaining, and I'll hope to be making more. I like this little format of watching them afterwards. I edited down all the wait times and got those out, and you know, I enjoy watching the Shufflebus videos where he kind of commentates on them secondary, and so I'm giving that a shot. So, all right, if you like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I got a Twitch channel with the same name, Dice Riot, but I don't have any videos up yet, but I'm just learning this stuff. So I want to give it a try someday. Have a good one. See ya.